Hi, I'm Freddie. You might remember me as the guy who got fooled by a gold digger girlfriend. If you missed the first part, please click here to watch it. In that part, I told you how I found out this bitter truth about my girlfriend that I loved so much. Finding this out while I was about to surprise her on her birthday was heartbreaking. That day, I'd overheard her making fun of how she tricked me into thinking that she likes me while in fact she was only putting up with me for my money. I mean, my parents' money. I'm only 18. Anyway, to say the least, I was devastated and miserable. I couldn't believe that the girl I was in love with and thought of as my future wife was in fact very shallow and materialistic. What is killing me the most is feeling like I'm such a fool for not noticing any of the red flags that were in front of me the whole time. That day, I was walking away and I heard them laughing loudly and making fun of how clueless I was. I went back home, feeling distressed, and kept trying to comprehend how she could pull such an act on me with dazzling proficiency. The more I thought about it, the more angry I became. But unfortunately, I somehow still felt that I loved her. Despite learning that she's someone different from who I thought she was, my feelings for her just couldn't change that easily. And I kept thinking of what will happen to me if I break up with her and how much I'm going to miss her eyes, her smile, her voice, and everything about her. However, I wasn't going to be weak because I couldn't allow her to control me any longer. I felt hurt and wished I could talk to someone, but I decided against it. I mean, I wasn't ready to be humiliated for being so simple-minded in front of anyone anymore. I've had my share from my beloved girlfriend, and I don't want to be the victim. Meanwhile, I didn't say anything to Emma. I wanted her to think that I still had no idea of what she's really after. That is why I wasn't going to break up with her and give her the easy way out. Instead, I needed to give her a taste of her own medicine. So I decided to drastically change the way I treated her. Since she was whining about the way she puts up with my personality and how she can barely stand me, I was about to give her an even bigger challenge to put up with. As a start, I sent her a happy birthday text after a day had passed, saying, "Happy birthday, sorry I forgot, haha." And when I saw her, she was expecting a big gift from me, which of course she wasn't going to get. Instead, I told her that I got her something sentimental, and I gave her a flower that I had picked from our backyard, and the look on her face was priceless. She was so confused and mad. I asked her what was wrong, and she couldn't say a word. I then told her that I knew that our love went beyond material things, and that's why I got her something simple to express my feelings. Emma looked at me like she was about to kill me, and with a fake tone, she said, "Thank you, baby." Seeing her upset felt uneasy, and I found myself sometimes wishing it was just a bad dream that will end, so that I can stay with her forever. I really did love her. Despite this, I convinced myself that I should go on with my plan for my own good. I started to treat her very poorly, or let's just say treating her the way she deserved. I stopped checking up on her, always told her that I was too busy and didn't have time to meet or talk on the phone, and whenever we spoke, I only spoke about myself and my family. However, what made her angry the most was that I stopped buying her expensive gifts. I played it smart, and I kept her thinking that I will buy her the things she asked for. I told her yes to everything she wanted, but never actually bought it. This played its role in keeping her hopeful so that she would stay with me, and it worked. Weirdly enough, her attitude changed in an unexpected way. She started acting way nicer to me, for example. She started using what's so-called magic words in children's books, like sorry and please and thank you. She even started to care about how I was and what I was up to, which made me still feel like I have feelings for her. But the truth was that Emma thought to herself that I had lost interest in her and she was desperate to earn it back, and that's why she acted that way. But to her misfortune, I was as cold as ice, and I didn't give her the attention she was thirsty for. At some point, I felt like I was satisfied with how things were going, as I was wasting her time with me, and she was putting up with everything thinking she is getting something materialistic in return. By then, I could also see that Emma wasn't the girl for me, and being in love with her was crazy on my part, and to be honest, I'd had enough of her, and didn't really want to see her anymore. Therefore, I decided to set up a plan that will surely make her disappear in a heartbeat. I told her that I was going to take her away for the weekend to my father's hotel. I informed her that many high-profile people will be there because it's a fancy party. I highlighted the word fancy and told her that she should look as graceful as possible. You have to see Emma's face. She was too excited to hear that and started to get herself ready for the big event. She packed all kinds of expensive stuff that I got her, dresses, jewellery, shoes and more. When Emma arrived to the hotel, she looked very impressed with how fancy it looked. But what she didn't know is that it was the moment I was going to make her feel sorry for using me. I asked the hotel service to take the bags to the room and told Emma that we needed to talk. Everything between us. Emma frowned and said, "All right, Freddie, there may be some truth to that, but my feelings changed for you after a while. I became very attracted to you. I wanted your attention so badly, and I kept thinking about you the whole time. It's like I suddenly started to fall hard for you." I looked at Emma and told her that I'm afraid that she won't stay with me much longer because I'm breaking up with her. And I added, "Not only that, Emma, you're also not getting your bag back, since everything you have in that bag is what I bought for you with my money, and you obviously do not deserve it." By then, Emma was sobbing with tears and said, "I'm really sorry, Freddie. I don't care about the bag or the money. You can take it. I really love you and want to be with you. Please, let's forget the past." To be honest, hearing these words from her made me feel something that I had never felt in my life. I felt powerful. The more she begged me to stay with her, the more I lost interest. And I thought to myself, she felt exactly like I did when I was running after her all these months. I guess we're not that different after all. At that moment, all my anger disappeared, and I looked at her with pity and realised that what she did was out of human nature to want what we don't have. And I understood how childish it was to take her bag as stupid revenge. She taught me an important lesson that was more valuable than the few $1,000s I'd spent on her. After all, in the end, I was sitting in my dad's hotel, and a few $1,000s meant nothing to me. So I decided to give her the bag back, and even thanked her, because what she did just made me a man. Sometimes the best way to obtain something is not by trying too hard, rather to simply let it go.